Hey guys, right now I'm doing my best friend Olivia's makeup and I decided to record it while we did it. So I'm putting on my primer by Kat Von D, the usual primer that I always use and is my true die-hard primer. Now going in with the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Foundation. And I apply this all over her face in dots because I thought it was easier because the bottle is more like a squeeze bottle and it comes out kind of like weird, so it's easier to put on a hand. So I'm just dotting it all over her face. Using the Beauty Blender to dab it all in, you know, the usual with a Beauty Blender. I also noticed that it wasn't as close to her shade because she's a little tan, so I used my own Tarte foundation. It's the hybrid gel one, and I love this. It just blended easily with her foundation that we put on in the first place, so it just made it a little bit darker in color. Now I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape. This is her first time using Tarte Shape Tape, so I wanted to try it on her. I used the shade Light Honey. Applying in all the areas that I normally would put the concealer on myself when you see in my videos. And I just hit her really hard with the Beauty Blender. Now I accidentally put a little bit too much of the Shape Tape on because it's a thicker consistency and it's a full coverage concealer, so I had to wipe it a little bit, which you really shouldn't, but it's okay for when you're using like a thick concealer. Now I'm going in with my Too Faced setting powder. I am obsessed with this setting powder. I don't have any problems with flashbacks with it like some people say they do, but it works perfect, so I'm just baking underneath her eyes a little bit and putting it anywhere I put the concealer at first. Now I'm using my Milk Matte Bronzer in the shade Baked, and I'm going to bronze up her cheeks once I scroll it up. And I use it for like contouring and bronzing at the same time. I'm using the Beauty Blender to blend it out since it is a cream bronzer. Now I'm going in with my Too Faced Sweet Tea Bronzer. It has like two shades, so I'm just mixing them both using a Luxie Precision Foundation brush and setting the bronzer on top also to darken it up because it didn't look like a lot because it just matches too well with her skin tone a little bit. Now I am taking off the setting powder with a Tarte brush from the Unicorn collection, and I'm placing it also everywhere else, getting the excess off. Now I'm using a different blush. I was going to use a different one, but this is Deep Throat by NARS, and I used it just to give her a little bit more color to the face. I am darkening up the bronzer again, and this time it's with a different Too Faced one, and I'm blending it out. I'm blending it down with my finger because there are some harsh edges. Now I'm going in with the Jeffree Star Chrome Collection. I used Snowcone on her. This is her highlighter, and I used the Anastasia A23 brush. Now I'm setting her face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, my go-to try hard, and I'm bouncing the Beauty Blender in it so it actually sticks to the makeup and not just on top of it. Now I'm going to be filling in her eyebrows, and I'm using the Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is in the shade Soft Brown. This isn't her shade. She's kind of like a soft brown, also with like the medium brown, like an in-between mix, but so we're just going with this one. So I'm just filling in her brows, and I like how her brow shape was, so I didn't, and they're pretty full, so I didn't have to fill them in as much. I did the other brow off camera because you don't need to see it twice. Now I am concealing her eyes so that we can use it as a primer for our eyeshadow. Now I'll be going in with my Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette. And now I'm going in with the shade In Light, and I'm just setting her eyes because I put the concealer on, so you need to set it before you put any more of it on, or you will crease horribly on your eyelids. I'm going to be mixing Silk Cream and MFEO. I love these shades for a transition shade, and this is where we're putting them in the crease as our transition shade, and also like the main lid color that's on the crease. And I'm just doing that a couple times because it is a light mixture, but since I mixed them, I made it a little bit darker. Next, we're going in with the shade Mocha. I'm using this on the outer corner, the outer edge, to deepen the outer corner, give her a little bit of definition. Now remember, with darker colors, you want to apply a little bit and build it up as you go. You don't want to just go straight in with a lot of pigment. I got way too much, so I just decided to fix it with my finger. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but she is my best friend, so I did it anyway. Now I'm just blending it out. Oh, I'm so up close and personal. So I had to get my another blending brush. Still darkening up the other outer corner because it wasn't as dark and as sharp as the other one was. Now I know I'm deciding on what color I want to go with. So I'm going in with the shade Queen. This is going to be on her lid, and I'm most positive I took Fix Plus and I sprayed my brush, but I didn't show it, so I used MAC Fix Plus on it. And I'm applying this all over her crease. Not her crease, her lid. Oh my goodness. You know what I mean. Now I'm applying it with my finger because you know sometimes when you use a glitter shade, you need to use your finger because it's better than with the brushes, because sometimes the brush knocks off all the pigment. Now I am going to be outlining. Oh my goodness. Putting my Kat Von D tattoo liner on the top of her eyes with, oh, I can't keep my train of thought. I just did a straight line because I was going to do a wing, and then I decided I hated that idea, so I ended up taking it off. You might see me try to attempt it, but it was a no-go. Oh yeah, definitely right here is where I'm trying it. And right here's where I am taking it off because I was like, nope. I used a makeup remover and just went on it very lightly, and it helped clean up the edges of my eyeshadow anyway. Now I'm taking the highlighter shade. I'm most positive, yes. I'm taking the highlighter shade and I'm putting it on her brow bone to highlight it. Still the same Jeffree Star Chrome Collection Snowcone. Summer Snowcone. Oh. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!